Hello children, very good morning. Today we will discuss about a new chapter, study of the first element, that is hydrogen. In the previous chapter we discussed about periodic table, how development of the periodic table took place. Okay, we started from early chemist and end up to the modern periodic table given by Henry Moseley. Okay, now we will start study of the first element, that is hydrogen. Okay, if we talk about hydrogen, we all know, see it is given here in the periodic table. I am representing you all periodic table. Hydrogen, right? If we talk about hydrogen, see, it is all about hydrogen. Hydrogen was discovered by scientist Henry Cavendish. It was discovered by scientist Henry Cavendish, right? In which year it was discovered? It was discovered in the year 1766. Origin of the name. The name is derived from the Greek word hydro, okay, and genus, which means water forming. Hydrogen is water forming. It is consist of Greek word hydro and genus means water forming, right? If we talk about allotrope of hydrogen, it is S2. Okay, it is S2. Okay, it exists in diatomic form. So its molecular formula is H2. Okay, it belongs to group number 1. You can see here, period number 1. Block, in higher classes you will learn about block, and it includes block S, or you can say S block element. It is atomic number is 1. At 20 degrees Celsius, hydrogen exists in the gaseous form. Its electronic configuration is 1 electron in K shell. Okay, as per the above principle, 1 electron in S subshell. So electronic configuration is 1s1, right? Melting point of hydrogen is minus 259.16 degrees Celsius, right? Boiling point, as it is given, minus 252.879 degrees Celsius. Density, gram per cubic centimeter, it is 0.00082. Relative atomic mass is 1.008. Key isotope is 1s1, 1s2 and 1s3 is also, okay. CAS number, there is no need to study about it. So I hope you people have seen the brief introduction of hydrogen. Okay, now we will start about the study of hydrogen. So let us see. Okay, so first chapter we will discuss, it is study of hydrogen. Study of hydrogen, first element of periodic table. First element of periodic table. Clear? Let us start study of hydrogen. So as I told you all, its symbol is H, molecular formula is S2, valency is 1 because in outermost shell 1 electron is present. Electronic configuration I told you all, K shell is containing 1 electron. Now come at position of hydrogen in the periodic table. Okay, so we will start from position of hydrogen in the periodic table. So if we talk about position of hydrogen in the periodic table is the matter of conflict. Hydrogen is the first element in the periodic table and its atomic number is 1 and it has only 1 electron in its valence shell. Therefore, it belongs to the first group and the first period of the periodic table. Okay, it is having 1 valence electron. That's why it is placed in first group. Okay, it is placed in first group. It is expected that the properties of hydrogen should be similar to those of other members of first group. It is expected that property of hydrogen is similar to the property of first group element, right? But this is not the case. but it is not the case. Ever since Mendeleev presented his periodic table, the position of hydrogen in the table has been a matter of controversy, as I told you all. Position of hydrogen is the matter of conflict, matter of controversy and debate. This is the mainly because some of the properties of hydrogen resemble to the properties of the first group element, that is alkali metal, while some of the property of hydrogen matches with 7th A group, that is halogen. Okay, so property of hydrogen match with first group as well as 17 group of the periodic table. Okay, property of hydrogen is resemble to alkali metal as well as halogen. That's why the position of hydrogen is matter of conflict. Okay, it has some property similar to halogen, means 17 group element, and some properties similar to first group element, that is alkali metal. Okay, so hydrogen, so in this way hydrogen represent dual behavior, or you can say dual nature. Okay, hydrogen is the element having dual nature. Dual nature means having two nature, right? Since it resembles the alkali metal of group number first A and halogen of group number 17, that is 7th A. Why hydrogen is having dual nature? Because its property is similar to first group element as well as 17 group element. That's why hydrogen is of dual nature. Hydrogen is the element having dual nature. Okay, similar to first group and 17th group. I hope you people understood. Clear? Now let's see how the property of hydrogen is similar to alkali metal as well as halogen family element. So we will start from similarity between hydrogen and alkali metal. Okay, we will compare the property of hydrogen with alkali metal as well as halogen. So first of all, let us see similarities between hydrogen and alkali metals. Okay, see, first of all we will look at electronic configuration. Okay, so let's see electronic configuration of hydrogen and alkali metal. We will compare the electronic configuration of alkali metal and hydrogen. So atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Configuration is K cell having 1 electron. Now come at first group element: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. Atomic number 3, 11, 19, 37 and 55 is the atomic number of cesium. Electronic configuration 2, 1, sodium 2, 8, 1, potassium 2, 8, 8, 1, rubidium 2, 8, 18, 8, 1, cesium 2, 8, 18, 18, 8, 1. Francium is radioactive element, that's why don't bother about it. Clear? So you can see from the electronic configuration of hydrogen and alkali metal, it is clear that they have 1 electron into the valence shell. It means their electronic configuration is same. You can see here hydrogen is also having 1 electron, while first group elements are also having 1 electron into the valence shell. So electronic configuration of hydrogen is similar to the electronic configuration of alkali metal. So it means its property is matching with halogen. Now come with second comparison, valence electron. So from the electronic configuration it is clear. You can see here all elements have 1 electron in their outermost shell. That is their valence shell, and so all of them have 1 valence electron. What I told, all elements have one electron in their outermost shell, that is their valence shell, and so all of them have one valence electron. From the electronic configuration, you can see at above part I have written, their electronic configuration is same, having same number of electron into the outermost shell. So their valence electron is same. I mean, valence electron of hydrogen and alkali metals are same, that is having one electron into the valence shell. Now come at point number 3. Valency. If we talk about valency, we all know valency is dependent on valence electron. Valency is dependent on valence electron. Since valence electron is 1, so valency will be 1. Because we all know if valence electron varying from 1 to 3, it comes under the category of metal. Okay, so for metal, valency is equal to valence electron. Since valence electron is 1 in all the elements present into the first group as well as hydrogen, so their valency will be 1 as well. So valency of hydrogen and hydrogen and alkali metal is same. Alkali metal is same. Alkali metal is same because they have same number of valence electron. It means their valency is 1. Valency is 1, right? Now come at point number 4. Ion formation property. Ion formation property. Okay. See, hydrogen is having 1 electron into the valence shell. Electronic configuration K shell having 1 electron. K shell having 1 electron. And we all have seen electronic configuration of alkali metal as well. They were also having 1 electron into the valence shell. Okay, each of them can form cation. Okay, each of them can form cation. It means hydrogen as well as first group element alkali metal can form cation by loss of 1 electron. Because from the electronic configuration we all have seen, they all were having 1 electron into the valence shell that they can lose. Okay, and by losing the electron they can form cation, that is positively charged ion. Okay, so let's see. Hydrogen atomic number 1, okay, can form H plus by the loss of 1 electron. Similarly, lithium electronic configuration is 2,1, atomic number is 3. It can also form cation by the loss of 1 electron. Okay, you can see here by losing 1 electron, hydrogen become H plus. In this way, it become stable. We all know ions are stable. Okay, they exist independently. Here also, lithium will lose electron to form lithium plus. Lithium plus is stable because it achieves electronic configuration of nearest noble gas helium. Similarly, sodium atomic number 11 can also lose 1 electron to form Na plus. Always remember, atoms lose electron to get stability. Whenever loss or gain of electron takes place, it is always correlated with stability. Atoms loses and gains electrons so that they can achieve the stable electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. So here sodium by losing 1 electron achieved the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas neon. Similarly, potassium can also lose 1 electron to form K plus. Okay, and electronic configuration of K plus is near to the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas argon. In this way, they become stable. So hydrogen as well as alkali metals can lose electron to form positively charged ions, that is cations. Okay. So similarity, you got one more similarity. Now come at point number 5th. Point number 5th. Reducing power. Both the alkali metals and hydrogen act as a reducing agent. Both alkali metals and hydrogens act as reducing agent. I hope you people know the meaning of reducing agent. In the previous class, I told you all about reducing and oxidizing agent. Both alkali metals and hydrogen act as reducing agent. This is similarity between hydrogen and alkali metal. What is reducing agent? What is oxidizing agent? I hope you people remember. Let us understand with the help of a reaction. Copper oxide undergo reaction with hydrogen to form copper metal plus water. Copper metal plus water. Okay, so what is reducing agent? The substance which itself undergo oxidation and causes reduction to other substance is known as reducing agent. What I told, the substance which itself undergo oxidation and causes reduction to other substance known as reducing agent. You can see, we all know oxidation and reduction meaning. Oxidation means addition of oxygen. Reduction means loss of oxygen. Oxidation means loss of hydrogen. Reduction means addition of hydrogen. So by removal and addition of hydrogen, how we can understand oxidation reduction? Again, I am revising. Oxidation means addition of hydrogen to a substance. Oxidation means removal. Try to understand. First point I told you all. Oxidation means addition of oxygen. Another definition of oxidation. Oxidation means removal of hydrogen from a substance. Oxidation means addition of oxygen to a substance, while removal of hydrogen, not oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, removal of hydrogen from a substance. Oxidation can be defined as addition of oxygen to a substance and removal of hydrogen from a substance, while reduction means addition of hydrogen to a substance, just opposite of it, just opposite of oxidation. Okay, opposite of oxygen. Addition of hydrogen to a substance is reduction, while removal of oxygen from a substance is known as reduction. So you can see in the reaction, copper oxide undergo reaction with hydrogen to form copper and hydrogen water molecule. Copper and water molecule. Right? You can see here, hydrogen combines with oxygen to form H2O. So hydrogen is converting into H2O. How? By addition of oxygen. So addition of oxygen means oxidation. Itself hydrogen is undergoing oxidation and causing reduction to copper oxide. You can see here, copper oxide is changing into copper metal. How? By removal of oxygen. So removal of oxygen, I told you all, is reduction. Removal of oxygen is reduction. You can see here, removal of oxygen is reduction. Itself hydrogen by addition of oxygen undergoing oxidation and causing reduction to copper oxide. How? By removing oxygen. That's why hydrogen is behaving as reducing agent. Okay. Similarly, we can see the condition of alkali metal. Sodium react with copper oxide to form copper plus Na2O. You can see here, sodium changing into Na2O and copper oxide changing into copper. How sodium changing into Na2O? By addition of oxygen. Okay, so itself it is going oxidation, and by removing of oxygen from copper oxide, it is causing reduction to copper oxide. So sodium act as a reducing agent. Both sodium, or you can say alkali metal, and hydrogen act as a reducing agent. Right? So I hope you people understood the similarity between hydrogen and the alkali metals. Okay, one more similarity we can see. Burning of water, burning property. Okay, hydrogen burn in oxygen to form water. Burning property, similarity between burning. So you can see point number 6, burning. Burning. Hydrogen burn in presence of oxygen to form H2O. Right? Similarly, alkali metal when heated in oxygen to form different type of oxide. Okay? lithium form lithium oxide, sodium form sodium peroxide, potassium, rubidium, cesium form a very important topic it is. Okay, when your hydrogen burn in presence of oxygen, it form oxide of hydrogen, that is water. Okay, it burns with pop sound, while alkali metal burns vigorously, okay, when heated in oxygen to form different type of oxide. Always remember, lithium burn in presence of oxygen to form lithium monoxide, Li2O. Okay, lithium plus oxygen gives out Li2O. Sodium burn in presence of oxygen to form sodium peroxide. Very important reaction, always remember. Okay, sodium when it is heated in presence of oxygen, it forms sodium peroxide, Na2O2. Directly sodium oxide cannot be formed. Always remember, very important reaction. In previous classes you people have seen that reaction was written that Na plus O2 gives out Na2O. Always remember, Na2O cannot be formed directly. Indirectly it can be formed, but not directly. When your sodium metal burns directly in presence of oxygen, it forms sodium peroxide, Na2O2. So Na plus O2, directly it forms Na2O2 sodium peroxide. Indirectly it can form sodium oxide, right? Similarly, element from potassium to cesium means potassium, rubidium, cesium, they form superoxide. Superoxide is a compound like MO2 type of compound. Here M is metal. Okay, MO2 type of compound is MO2. I'm telling you all, MO2 type of compound it is. MO2, where M is metal. Okay, so when potassium react with oxygen, it forms KO2. It is called as superoxide. When rubidium react with oxygen, it forms RbO2. RbO2, superoxide. Cesium react to form MO2 type of compound, CsO2. Very important it is. If we talk about burning of first group element, lithium forms lithium monoxide, sodium forms sodium peroxide, from potassium to cesium forms superoxide, MO2 type of compound. I hope you people understood, right? That's all about the similarity between alkali metal and hydrogen. Okay, in the next video we will discuss about how hydrogen is having resembling property with halogen. Clear? So that's all for today. Thank you so much.